Hello everybody, welcome back to Language, Litigation, and Integration Part 115, Casual Conversations 45. Same thing. Again, year 6 going on 7 with the unification of the natural sciences sitting on a desk, $1 million cash offer for a musical performance or a lecture. And on top of that, again, there's not a single other human being on this planet that has to pay money to have law enforcement do their job, which is what taxes do for actual criminal activity. But I got some more stories. Again, I think over the past probably 2 to 3 weeks, I've been harassed or antagonized probably 10 different times. So that has happened now twice since the last making of these videos. The amazing thing about being a scapegoat is it really doesn't fucking stop. You have the smart person in the group, you have the scientist in the group, you have the business person in the group, and we have this person that's unidentified in terms of his professional career, so we don't get what's going on, so we just antagonize and harass him and treat him like an animal. So, again, that's still going on. My name is Brad Bose. I'm being profoundly and extensively tortured. There is nothing I can do, there is nowhere I can go, and there's no one I can call. I have a couple more stories about that, in talking points and current events, podcast responses and stories, and you might see some original artwork here up on the board. And if you're just listening, it's a big fucking wiener. So, originally I just didn't have anything else to draw down there, and the board was looking pretty empty, so I just decided to draw a huge wiener, but then I realized it actually tied into a talking point. So this is a human being, and he's saying, I feel it. So we'll be discussing who this art is depicting later on. So first up, we had Husel, the Ohio doctor that we've referenced in here about giving fentanyl at really extremely high doses, being charged with murder. He was found not guilty on all 14 counts and no lesser charges as well. Didn't really follow the testimony, didn't follow the court, so I can't opine in any meaningful way. But that resolved here recently. The world of NPCs gets age restricted. And this is my 442nd YouTube video. Again, I dropped my music pieces yesterday, which again I think probably, again, publicly, not the actual theft and fraud that continues to be perpetrated against me, but I think probably the last 10 music pieces or 20 music pieces I've dropped on the guitar at least have not gotten a single view. I'll watch these videos through and through because I actually like listening to my points of view and hearing what I say, but also make sure they upload. Like my movie reviews and TV reviews, I'll make sure it uploads, start at the beginning and then fast forward to the end just to make sure and hope it goes all the way through, but I don't really watch my review videos again. But amazing. Again, I have 10 to 12 I'd say 8 albums, 8 to 10 albums, 10 songs an album. Again, extended compositions, not a 3-minute song. So again, I do have a bunch of covers and original songs that are shorter. But again, 44 extended pieces. So again, nothing feels better in the world than working really hard. And again, the amount of compositional thought that goes into my pieces and the dexterity, it took me time to develop the dexterity to play like this, has been, again, not every moment of every day, but hours and hours a day since 22, 23, maybe 21. So that feels good. Again, no matter what work I put into this world, people will just steal it, they will break the law, they feel responsibility for nothing, they will start families on it, and they will torture and harass me. So it feels great just to keep putting out work that gets stolen from me, that I don't get paid for, as I can't start a family or a life. But a world of NPCs gets age restricted. I think that's the first. Again, I had my Kelly Clarkson cover, talked about that. They got like a copyright strike that they took down because I literally responded saying it's a different timbre, and I composed it from scratch, which is completely true, so that one went away. And then I had one copyright claim on the Arlington National Cemetery video just because they're playing some song in the background, which is fine. Again, raking in those big YouTube dollars, so I can't monetize that one. Oh, bummer. But the age restricted, I don't know if this one, that's just kind of interesting because I'm very, very vocal about things that go wrong. So age restriction, just accounts not signed in or under the age of 18 cannot view the video. What do I think about that? I don't really give a shit. I don't know if this was one with a hard ER or if this was one mocking dead cops. So I'm not really sure what got that age restricted. But I don't really care. It's just still fucking hilarious because whatever got it age restricted, those exact people are facilitating literal war. Literal, actual fucking war. Right, one of the first talking points, Zelensky gets an award for defending democracy. Yep, all of those Ukrainian professors, all of those government officials are defending democracy. They're supporting freedom. They neglected actual democracy until they have fucking 9,000 dead civilians in Mariupol yesterday. So again, you betrayed your own country. That's what the fuck you did. From the real world leader to some goof who runs a country they got elected for five years or some shit. So again, at some point people actually have to respect scientific discovery. Scientific discovery will teach people about themselves. People learning about themselves will make them less violent. It is fucking true. But we can't behave like adults, so we facilitate insurrections, multiple wars, and pandemics. So again, deny, 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 doubt, 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 scream doubt it loud enough, echo the uncertainty of the group, everyone else in the group will agree with you, and then they'll give each other awards, where they're calling soldiers heroes. They're broke people that picked up a gun because they were trying to advance their career for like the 10,000th time. So stop lying about history. You lie about history, you get fucking sued. You get fucking sued, you can't afford it. So again, I'm going to teach people how to behave one way or fucking another. Zelensky getting an award for defending democracy is offensive to his own fucking people. You should have respected your own fucking laws and enforced scientific discovery. And that would have done the best, the single best thing you could have done to stop dead women, children, and soldiers in your fucking country, you fucking goof. But again, we're watching the world governments unite to snuff out science and facilitate wars, and legitimately no one feels responsibility for anything. Just like every worthless fucking family I've ever met here in Columbus, Ohio, just like every fucking worthless family I've met anywhere on this fucking planet. People do not know how to behave. So again, not really sure what got the NPCs restricted, but they don't really give a shit at all. But facilitate war, blow up your own buildings. Again, I live in the real world. Like, we actually live in a country where people have committed treason left and fucking right and murdered their own citizens, and then they lie about it, and then they go back to, again, la la land of beta males saying, we're all great, we're all heroes, we're all contributing. No, you're just not. You're literally just not. But gotta leave the stories for the end. We got a couple economic talking points, not enough for an economics video, but if this one goes long enough, I'll just save that for a different time. Wimbledon bans players from Russia and Belarus. There's 9,000 mass grave in Mariupol of civilians. Do I think banning players from Russia and Belarus does anything practical? Again, punishes a small amount of athletes. Do I think it'll do anything in terms of even changing the sentiment of any meaningful way of the populace, of Putin, of any senior official, of any oligarch, of any influential person at all? No. Again, this is like shooting somebody in the knee and giving them a Band-Aid. Is it going to do something? Not really. Is it going to stop the bleeding? No. Is the Band-Aid going to stop a little blood? Sure. But it's just like, again, we don't do the thing that would actually fucking help people, which is enforce the fucking law and respect scientific discovery. But now we're going to ban some, again, like I said, neutral, but I don't see that as good or bad. I certainly don't see it as productive, but pretty inconsequential. 420 was passed, and Schumer shits the bed as 4 Americans die yearly because they won't do what is right and respect scientific discovery. Yep. Oh, yeah. House Speaker Schumer, bro. Sick, dog. It's coming from the House Speaker. This is coming from the smartest motherfucker that has ever walked on this fucking planet. Your fucking incapacity to respect scientific discovery is killing people to the tune of 4 million Americans a year. So that's from the real world leader. There's only one fucking world. There's no closed systems. So yeah, again, what a surprise. And again, I don't give a fuck about any dead American or any dead fucking human being whatsoever. How do I make money so I can live my life? At some point in this world, I have to be allowed to exist. I'm going to be 29 this year, not 14. The instant this world changes, everybody, I got another fucking text message, email from Tom Newbert about going to see a fucking St. Francis de Sales baseball game. I am stuck in the most stagnated carcass fucking excuse for just a community ever. And they're continuing to steal from me. The instant that I have human rights, criminal prosecution for every single person that neglected me as a child or broken any laws, defamed my character, right? Amber Heard's getting sued for 50 fucking million. I've been defamed out of the point of being able to eat and sleep consistently. And it's today. It's not like resolved, it's not over. Can't do anything to enforce the law. But again, Schumer, fuck you, fuck your life, fuck your family. And again, don't legalize cannabis. Keep killing people, and that's your legacy. The legacy of the human species is what Brad Boas does and how you fucking treat me. That is what the fuck is going to occur. People in 10,000 years, 100 years, are not going to remember anything about you fucking idiots. Just what the fuck you did to other people. Right? Foster good relationships. Yet chasing a career and being profoundly insecure is not that. Cheering and booing for the mask mandate rescindance, and the CDC will appeal. Will I wear a mask on an airplane? And I think cheering and booing is both pathetic on both sides. Oh yeah, I'm so free. I don't have to do a basic health measure anymore. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so upset by the travesty of not being able to be told to wear a mask. Oh, Can somebody come pick their kids up from fucking daycare? I'm tired of fucking dealing with this shit. Good God, man. Will I wear a mask on an airplane? Probably, but I wouldn't say I want to take it down for 5 minutes to breathe a little differently. Do I think it's a big... I've said probably, might not even wear it at all. Again, going out in public is a risk I'm willing to take, whether it's getting in a car or doing anything. But again, I don't know the architecture of airplanes, but it seems they have HEPA filters, where that's supposed to be good. So if it's got good filtration, probably not wear a mask. If I felt like there was a high transmission rate, I'd put it on a good quality mask and probably take it down every now and again to breathe a little bit easier. Again, I can breathe fine behind a mask because I know how to breathe, right? Big breath in, Americans and human beings. Did you do this? Puff out your chest, then you don't know how to breathe. You can do it. I believe in you. Breathe in. Contract your diaphragm. Release. I believe in you guys. You can do it. What is virtue signaling? Doing something to say how good you are. Again, particularly just in general, but wearing a mask is, you're good, hard-working people. Listening to authority. Again, if the authority is valid, you should listen to authority. If it isn't, you should not. But my authority should be the most valid thing ever, and it's not authority, it is proof. That is the point that you guys don't understand. When you go to high school geometry and fail your proof class, how the fuck are you going to understand a proof with millions of theorems legitimately? Legitimately. You're going to have to sit down, shut the fuck up, and listen. We would never do that. Watch people go on book tours, watch people give lectures, watch people get famous, watch people go to Coachella. What a privilege that shit must be. And seriously, every fucking musician out there, fuck you. None of you fucking people can sing. None of you can play fucking music. Let's play. $1 million for a music performance, and let's see who has a better reaction from the fucking crowd. But virtue signaling, again, it's a physical manifestation, a psychological categorization of patheticness. Again, let's give President Zelensky to medal for defending democracy after we snuffed out scientific proof and facilitated war. That's virtue signaling. We have to get into the real world. We have to fucking actually exist in the real fucking world that actually exists. There's a bunch of whiny baby boomers and Gen Zers or Xers that can't grow up. And a bunch of millennials who are once removed pathetic. And a bunch of Gen Zers who are going through puberty and once pathetic removed from the millennials. So at some point people have to change, and the only way to do that is to respect scientific rule or scientific proof and your own legal laws. That is the only way to do so. And I can't pay $1 million to stop getting tortured. So let the bodies hit the flow. What are dreams and nightmares? Just processing. I mean, you're always processing information if you're not fucking dead. So nightmares specifically is probably just a memory. Again, right, a little kid sees their father get murdered or something, they have a nightmare. They're literally processing, and let's say they saw it. They saw the murderer come in, see the hatred in his eyes, pull the trigger, and watch his dad leak the fuck out. Like, they're processing that as, that hatred, that person that said, I have no respect for your father's life, and I just took it. So it's just processing information, but you feel the emotion. Is it a dream or is it a nightmare? That's literally what's going on. And then dreams are the opposite, just either normal information or just not negative information. What is a human being? Right? Human is an adjective. What is life? Being. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. What is life? Being. What is life? Biological processing. Processing biological information is life. Fundamental unique definition. We're getting to a proof soon. What is sensuality? A life. What is an obelisk? Obelisk. This word has just been rattling around in my fucking intuition. Obelisk. And when I look it up, it says obelisk. It says a stone pillar, typically having a square or rectangular cross-section and a pyramidal top, set up as a monument or landmark. Remember we had those monoliths earlier? The Washington Monument is an obelisk. And so Stonehenge, ancient aliens, and I don't think the aliens built the Washington Monument, but signaling processing or some shit, man. I don't know. The governments are definitely fucking lying about a good amount of stuff. Like I said, I think they know more. Well, I just don't know how much they know. I know more than fucking every human being about aliens that has ever fucking existed. And extraterrestrials. La Terre, le monde. The Earth, the world. 2 worlds collide. There's at least 2. I'm pretty sure there's fucking 3. Maybe even still here. In small quantities or something. Or visiting here. Certainly visiting here. But I fucking, it's hilarious. I watched Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson and Joe Rogan. Not a fan of Mike Tyson in any fucking way. He was throwing some fists on the plane the other day, but he was antagonized pretty substantially, so I don't really blame him for that. But just not a fan of Mike Tyson's intelligence. But I watched Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson and Joe Rogan. And again, they talk about aliens like, are they here? Are they visiting here? Are they sending technology here? All of the above. Certainly all of the above. Provably all of the above. And so, again, we just deny science. But we talked about the colored UFOs last time, which obviously don't exist, that the government's lying about. But I was thinking obelisk, like a fucking disc. I would bet 95% you guys have a rock that you can play like a record that has music on it. I bet 95% you get that shit somewhere. I'm just aware of what the fuck is going on. So obelisk, disc. How about Stonehenge? I think there would be any like... Again, it just depends how fucking old this shit is, man. It really just depends, and it could change. I mean, the Earth's been around for 5 billion years. It could be a fucking big difference. So, I don't know, just some intuition about obelisk, a rectangular shape with a pyramidal top. The actual pyramids. And again, water level changes. So it's like they have some dating on pyramids and stuff. Do I think there was a big rectangular piece underneath of it? Probably not. But again, just awareness of the geometry, right? They would build them themselves, like human beings. Us would build this ourselves. So, I don't know. Interesting personal deep intuition on obelisk. Obelisk. Yeah, then Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson and Joe Rogan's about the only podcast. They talk about cannibalism. And just as like respecting, Mike Tyson talks about consuming the spirit. Probably just some primitive ritual about respecting a life you just took. So I kind of agree with that from Mike Tyson. The intuition or like the motivation. But obviously biologically cannibalism is why we don't actually eat each other. It's because we need different genomes to be processed. So not a super moral reason, but certainly a biological one. Brain augmentation does not exist. Again, because these people have been told they can't discuss my work, but at the same time they're gonna have to keep having the same redundant circle conversations their entire life. And again, fuck Joe Rogan, fuck his entire fucking life. But again, brain augmentation does not exist, just the technology to process signals. Whether you need no technology at all, or you need something. Like the FBI needs a camera over here that can record 300 to 100 yards away. So it just really depends on the technology of processing the signal, not the signal generation. So brain augmentation does not exist. Again, Joe Rogan says, yeah, there's gonna be everyone's not gonna do it, then a couple few are gonna do it, and then they're gonna get extremely well advantaged, and then everyone's gonna wanna do it. Literally, basically recounting the plot of Limitless, the movie, which is fictional. Technology can improve, not sensorality, not your ability to sense. So it's just the technology that's in between. So fuck Mike Tyson and Joe Rogan. Mike Tyson throws hands on the plane, and I watched the video. I don't blame him. Nah. If you're being extremely antagonized and the person clearly doesn't give a fuck, they're asking for it. So I see nothing wrong with that. I would not ban Mike Tyson from the plane. I watched the video. was clearly being antagonized substantially by a drunk dude, and so I don't see anything wrong with that at all. Microsoft Family 360, I didn't order an Elden Ring. Again, super casual conversations, and I bought my Xbox on my... So I bought, probably back when I was in Philadelphia, I had the same laptop for 4 or 5 years. When I was getting a new laptop, again, the user interface, the user experience is just AIDS, instant AIDS. You open up a new laptop and Microsoft Outlook is like, sign in with your Microsoft account, which I have my standard email for my Xbox, very thick noob. And so my Bebo is 1017 is the only email I use. And so I think this is just going to be a throwaway fucking email address. So I name it something super professional, Big Micro Wang 305. And it turns out that like that just, again, opening up a laptop and generating an email address, I'm thinking is going to be a complete throwaway. And now that's my Microsoft account. So that's pretty cool. So, but anyway, I ordered the Xbox. You had to order a bundle to get the Xbox, the Series X one. So I do that, I get Elden Ring, and I get another controller. Well, the Elden Ring is now credited to the Big Micro Wang 305 account, and I don't have a gamer tag for that. So I couldn't even play the game, so I just called them up. And because it was part of a bundle, I wasn't eligible for refund on just like the standard Microsoft website. So I called them up, talked with a Latina chick, I'm assuming. She was like, I had a Spanish bent to her language. But she got a chuckle out of Big Micro Wang 305. She's like spelling it out, and she's like, Big Micro Wang. I was like, Big Micro Wang. And she's like, and I'm like, and she's like, so sorry about that, like laughing. I was like, no, you can definitely laugh at Big Micro Wang 305. It's kind of like an oxymoron, Big Micro Wang, just random shit. But they were plenty accommodating. They refunded the game, which I was pleasantly surprised about. Again, I wanted it just to be transferred to the account so I could play it, but they refunded it fine. I didn't think I'd be eligible for a refund because it was part of a bundle. So pretty happy with Microsoft's customer service. That I do, but I didn't. Then my account got charged for Microsoft Family 365, and I haven't used a word processor in years. So somehow I don't even know how the fuck that charge got authorized. And so it was on one of those cards. I told you about how like they pre-saved the cards, and it's the same card with a different expiration date. So somehow they charged a card with the wrong expiration date, the right number, and it actually went through, and I didn't order it at all. So they said I have an open work number. After they refunded the video game part, they were certainly going to refund this one, but just they tried to transfer me to some department, and they were having technical difficulties. So I have an open work order for Microsoft, or case number, so I'll be giving them a call. But overall, pretty happy with Microsoft's accommodating of returning of Elden Ring, which looks like a decent game, seems to be pretty popular, but I just didn't have a gamer tag. I'm not going to pay over $60 on a different account to play one game. So that's my thoughts on customer service. I did not order Microsoft Family 365. Live by myself. Don't need to share with 5 different people or anybody. Got Google Docs, yo. Got them Google Docs. But now we get to my wonderful artwork. What is this? Charles Barkley's, and I quote, this isn't paraphrased, it's not exact in order, but it's an exact quote. Charles Barkley's feels dudes' bodies when he's getting banged. Shaq, this is on NBA Live, and Shaq is just fucking laughing. But and I quote, Charles Barkley feels dudes' bodies when he's getting banged. Shaq's laughing, and Charles is like, come on, you know what I mean. Point being, I told you, when people don't know what they're going to talk about, they don't know the words that are going to come out, they're going to say something, it's going to sound like sex. It's real. We don't think about that many things, boys and girls. So, Charles Barkley. Again, I literally just drew this big dick on the board just to fill up some more space. Again, I'm super professional here on the Language Litigation Integration Podcast, part 69, 115. It's close to 69, not really. But so then I figured I'll just draw Charles Barkley. I actually do think I'm going to start drawing, like just do another series on my YouTube and just do time-lapse videos, sit down, draw for 30 minutes a day and see how much progress I make in a year. Just speed up the videos and have them be like 5-10 minutes long. Probably like 5 minutes long. So I'm probably going to do another drawing thing, and again I'll be doing the gardening, all of the other sections that I've been talking about. I just don't have income, and I don't think about anything else besides how do I resolve that. And so I access the most accessible content to me. which is again listing fundamental theorems fast as I breathe air. So Charles Barkley's feeling the dudes when he's getting banged. And anything else before a couple stories? Yeah, I'll just keep the economics one for later. La terre ou le monde, the earth or the world. Again, la terre, the earth, le monde, the world. Two worlds collide. A world is a state of awareness. Who's in your universe? It's your world. But it was Earth Day, so I don't know, some France words for you. France. So now a couple stories. Actually, one more talking point before the stories, and these are relevant stories. The NCAA pulls events from states with bills banning trans athletes. Fucking why? Has nothing to do with the identity, has nothing to do with the woke culture, has everything to do with fairness. You have a different bone structure, different hormone regimen, even if you change it, again, after your anatomy changes. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. So, equality is equality, equity is equity, you dumb fuck saying it in the wrong context. Fairness is fairness. Different biological bodies is not fair. I can defend trans in every context whatsoever, but fairness. We should treat all people equally. Treat others the way you want to be treated. It's fairness. So, pulling events from states with bills banning trans athletes, try having people with contact sports consume cannabis to lower CTE responses. Try to do something useful. Again, the last clip was 25 minutes, so I'll definitely save the economic talking points for later. But I do want to say one other thing. I called the wrong Joe a fucking cunt. It's not Terra Nova. It's Kernan. It's Becky Quick, Joe Kernan, and Andrew Ross Sorkin. Joe Kernan's the fucking boomer cunt that I was talking about. Sorry, Joe Terra Nova. Not really, you're a thief too. But I was definitely thinking of Joe Kernan. So, which would have been obvious. Joe Terra Nova's not on the morning squawk box. At least not regularly. It's not that I notice. But I'm pretty familiar with Team CNBC so far. I watched it pretty much all day. So I'm pretty familiar with Team CNBC. We got Tyler Matheson was on today, Kelly Edwards at 3, we got Melissa Lee at 9 and 5 for Fast Money. Definitely at 5 for Fast Money. We got Scott Wapner at 12 for the halftime report. We got Deirdre Bosa on Tech Check. It's probably around 11. We got options activity with the Nigerians, but they're always on the investment committee. But options action with Tony Zhang, that's also with Melissa Lee, and another soft-spoken older white gentleman who always sounds very cute. Yeah, and then 6 o'clock, don't really watch Jim Cramer. I don't mind Jim Cramer on the other segments. I do not watch Mad Money. Sorry, Jim, you scream too much. And I have nightmares of listening to you in my head screaming from childhood, watching you on the TV. So, don't really mind Jim Cramer in general, but just I don't watch Fast Money. I watch the news with Shepard Smith at 7 every now and again. Most days. Well, not most days, let's say 30% of the days. So, and again, Wilfred Frost had left. That was a tragedy. So not just Sarah Eisen. I think it's just Sarah Eisen now. And now they're doing closing bell overtime. So, pretty familiar with Team CNBC. But sorry, Joe Terranova. I meant Joe Kernan. So the relevant stories. Again, called the FBI again. Again, because, I've been defrauded out of millions and millions and trillions of dollars of wealth. For real, legitimate, it's my money. 12 million is mine years ago. Posted solutions for 2 years, then you get the money. Been there, done that, and again, fundamental reduced proofs. There's no room for debate. There's no question marks on my fucking paper. And so, but again, Sean Carroll in May 2017, be patient with new ideas. The level of, not even panic, just pure isolation you feel when you send a fundamental reduced empirical proof to an academic university, an established scientist, they steal it from you, lie about it publicly, and say, an idea. That's motherfucking fight words. Sean Carroll, what the fuck have you ever proven, buddy? Oh, your YouTube channel still sucks fucking dick. He got, 165 subs or whatever, 1,000 subs, what the fuck ever. You don't even have fucking videos. Poor ass piece of shit. But yeah, be patient with new ideas. Imagine being 23, full-time professor, world famous scientist. And this would have been even before I started playing music. I probably would have a girlfriend and wife by now. Eric Weinstein, it's better to date somebody that you have a good professional life with. Yeah, but you have to let me in the group first. which again, my 4-person family to literally the entire species, it has to happen at some point, or I'm gonna die. Like, YOLO, and I don't even get to do that. So that's pretty cool stuff. But I call the FBI again, because it's so fucking true. You actually have to enforce the United States Constitution, not just babble about it for all the beta males and females that fit into the group. You actually have to enforce your own fucking laws. And this worthless piece of shit, he's like, we don't give out our numbers. And so, I don't know if they're just giving me random numbers, because this guy gave me 59849, and the other stupid, retarded bitch that shrieked when I called her the N-word for not doing her job as I'm getting tortured was 9604. So I don't know if they're just giving me random numbers, but again, every single time I call the FBI, and you guys laugh at me, mock me, or refuse to enforce the law, another 25 agents are going to fucking jail. You are threatening my life and my property to the point where it's an imminent threat every single day of my fucking life. I have a right to defend myself, and I would like to do so. And so, again, the FBI, it's scorched the fucking earth. Every law enforcement agents, we are going to gut you motherfuckers from head to fucking toe. Legally or physically, you guys committed treason. You guys committed actual real treason. And when I call your worthless, broke, pathetic fucking agents who sit in a call center and take tips, and then they laugh at me because they're offended because they're pathetic as fuck. Again, I told you I watched a CNBC with one of the directors or supervisor of the FBI, and this most kiked out butch bitch that's waving pride flags, and like, I don't give a fuck. Here is the law, do your job. Do your fucking job. And this dude audibly laughs at me, and it's like, if you've already reported this, we're not gonna take it down again. It's my fucking money. It is my fucking money, and if you threaten me in person, I will put you in the fucking earth. I don't give a fuck if you're a federal agent. I'm a human being, and I have rights. And I don't. But yep, you guys gonna make money. I swear, man, I'm gonna sue every single child over the age of 12. I'm gonna fuck their financial careers. Every single motherfucking one of them. They are thieves, they're aware of the theft, and their life is built on theft. Right? If you get married and you build wealth with a partner, they get half of it. If you steal my property and teach your kids, they're stealing from me. And they're aware of it. They're culpable. They are. People try, again, I saw on Reddit some 14-year-old getting executed, literally executed 50 years ago for being wrongfully accused of raping 2 white girls, and it was a young black boy. So again, I live in the real world where the United States government actually blew up their buildings on 9/11. So this isn't, again, I'm not a citizen of the United States. I'm stuck here until I can collect my property and leave. So why the fuck, I don't even owe taxes to this fucking shithole. I don't have any fucking services I don't have constitutional rights based on your actions, not my words. And then they're gonna laugh at me. Give me a fucking fair fight, I'll put you fucking under. Not a threat in any way. I have a right to defend myself, and you are threatening my property and my life to a point where it's a real fucking problem. You guys deserve to live and I don't. So tell me why. FBI, CIA, all you coked out, retarded, worthless, fucking flag-bearing, eagle-screeching, wannabe freedom lovers. Tell me why the fuck your lives matter more than mine. What have you contributed? Who have you helped? If not, full price. If you can't pay, straight to fucking jail. And nobody can fucking pay me. Every time you do shit like this and get fuck the FBI, fuck your fucking kids, fuck your families. So I was just trying to give them just the tip, just my tips of, again, I'm gonna gut your companies, I'm gonna gut your investments. I want you people dying on the fucking streets because I want society to shun you where you can't function. Just like me. Just like fucking me. So again, the FBI, world governments, it's fucking legal war, for real. Give me a real fucking reason to use fucking force, and fuck your fucking families. You're thieves, you're criminals, you're facilitating rackets, you're facilitating fraud. And again, you can't turn on the TV without CNBC Crime Stoppers. This dude stole $1,500. You stole my whole life, and I'm coming for yours. Again, not a physical threat. I'm gonna use the law and respect it and shove it down your fucking throat. Treason is capital punishment. Substantial fraud is 20 to 25 years. Lesser offenses are 5 to 20. So again, I've been tortured for 7 years. I've been neglected and abused my entire life. I've already served my fucking time. A neighbor, last story, so the episode would be kind of long. A neighbor asked me what I'm doing literally standing on my porch. So again, my name is Brad Boos. I'm being profoundly and extensively tortured. There was nothing I can do, there was nowhere I can go, and there was no one I can call. I do scientific research faster than I breathe. I have nowhere to put it. So there's three options here. Option 1, genuine neighbor that knows nothing what the fuck's going on, which at this point I don't even know how that's possible. Option 2, some sort of professor or law enforcement agent that knows what's going on, trying to interact with me in some capacity. But what he said exactly was, he says, I have to ask, are you on the phone? And again, when I'm on the porch, first of all, I don't have a need to talk to myself. When I'm not allowed to socialize with a single other human being, since making the most profound scientific discovery in human history, I've not had a single person ask me a direct question about that. Prior to that, I've not had a single person ask me about my personal life. My personal life in probably 15 years. 15 years. No day-to-day life in 10 years. Not a single social interaction to any respectful level at all. A single solitary one in 5 to 6 years. Being socially tortured has nothing to do with my intelligence level. So, and again, I very rarely will scream. Again, just let out just some, and again, not like rant, just like scream 1 or 2 words, maybe 5 seconds of loud noises, maybe, rarely. Besides that, again, I talk to myself in a tone where there would be a 0% chance you couldn't hear me unless you're the fucking feds, again, with some technology to increase the audio. 0, I've already measured it. And so, I don't even know how this guy, I'm on a 3rd floor apartment. And so this guy comes up to me, and so if it's an FBI agent or anyone associated with any school or anything that knows what's going on, straight to fucking prison, fuck you. Do not approach me, do not talk to me, do not contact me. Those 2 worthless fucking black people in the fucking car asking me what I'm doing, straight to fucking prison. They're in their 40s, I'll see you when you're 65. Thanks for fucking playing. Walking around my fucking home. Again, like in the past 2 to 3 weeks, I've probably been harassed, antagonized, again, all of the things documented in this series. Again, a lot of times it happens. The past week has probably been 5 times. I can't go a day without someone saying, what are you doing? What's up? What's that? What's that? By fucking festering beta males and females who don't know how to fucking behave, and they see someone that's mature and decent, or being tortured. Again, okay, that's the option. If it's just a genuine neighbor. To members of HQ flats, whenever you fucking watch this, I am being tortured. I'm not allowed to associate with other people. So I'm outside talking, there's people observing me for real. And so I'm not talking to nobody. And I'm not talking to myself. I'm just deriving words out loud. And this is what I do anyway. And so, it's just amazing. Again, this dude's like 40. But again, I don't see how the fuck he would notice, because again, I talk in a tone where if there would be no chance you could hear me from the ground. 0. Again, without audio enhancement from technology. So, a neighbor asked me what I'm doing. Again, I'm literally doing scientific research. Science scares people. They do not respect the law, and my life has been stagnated to a complete halt for the past 6, going on 7 years. It's torture. It's real torture. And there is nothing I can do about it, because no one gives a fuck. It's not their life. Logan Paul and Mike Majlock, or however the fuck you say his name, they're going to go off to Coachella, and then Olivia Rodrigo and Camila Cabello, she's going to go on Jimmy Corden's car karaoke, and then I saw 2-set violin trending on the trending YouTube section, so shout out, I like 2-set violin, they're pretty fun. Thinking maybe one day I too will be a musician. Again, I just dropped my 44th extended piece yesterday, which took me, I can compose in my head, I can think about melodies and shit in my head. So, again, how much hours goes into that, I don't know, I think about music a lot. But actual practice time, if I practice for now, there's a piece coming on the internet the next day. So, but everyone else gets to live. Again, country music, the American awards. My mom was just excited to see Carrie Underwood perform at the Grammys. I wish my parents could see me perform at the Grammys, and then Carrie can sing along with me, and let's see who has better resonance. We can keep the microphones in the fucking crowd. So that's all good stuff. So that's it for today. This will be a long episode, well over 30 minutes. Thank you for watching Language Litigation Integration Part 115, Casual Conversations. And Charles Barkley. What an inspiring quote for the history books. Charles Barkley's feels dudes' bodies when he's getting banged. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time when I'm documenting more torture. See you soon.